I see all these videos of like companies failing, and it makes me laugh in a way because I kind of know what's causing a lot of corporations to fail, like Sears and Red Lobster and all these others. Is that I don't know what it is in the case of Red Lobster, but I would pretty much guess it's the same thing, and it is raising stock value, keeping stock value afloat, trying to make it keep going up, you know. And creditors, I mean, people who buy stocks now are computers, and the computers are organizing that. So the companies are going to respond to it in a very unnatural way because the computers aren't smart enough to be to they're not smart enough to know when stock value shouldn't, well, the thing is just having computers in control of it in the first place is a bad idea, but it's just going to make the corporations run their businesses like computers without reason whatsoever. And they need to know that because that is how the stock market works now, that they need to get off the stock market, or they need to get into a stock market that works more naturally, the way things used to work between human stock traders and not computer-based stock traders. It also probably helped to have AI involved in making the stock purchase decisions by being able to make reasonable decisions, even though AI can't really reason. It's a whole lot better than just having a computer automatically make a decision based upon what other stocks are, fuzzy logic is kind of what is being used there. So the other thing is that corporations have a fiduciary responsibility to their creditors, and for that reason, if they've got creditors who are really antsy, real assholes, then they're going to be concerned about every little thing that can make the stock prices go down. They're going to be concerned about if the company is making a profit. So any amount of things that the company needs to do in order to continue on, like repair of stores or things like that, if they have to do a mass repair of stores, it's going to look bad because the stock price is going to go down. There were cases, in the case of, I think it was IBM or Lenovo, they had to pull out a micro loan, a small loan, in order to do something kind of hidden from the creditors. Because if they were to pull out a big loan, then it would have made it to the stock market and would have lowered the stock values, and that would have had an effect on the perception of the creditors of the business. So the thing is that's what's really killing a good bit of business today is just poor decisions in corporation and stock values and what the stock market really does, which is it makes companies run like cocaine addicts. They're constantly having to have their cocaine. They're shaking, without their cocaine. They're shaking without the fix, and the fix is that the stock price is going up. As long as that's okay, they're perfectly fine, but they're still, they're relieved, but once it goes down, they become shaky and they can't do anything. They become overstressed. They can't think about the important things in the company, because that stress suppresses cognition. I've talked about it many times before. It suppresses cognition, tissue regrowth, immune system, all sorts of stuff, but mainly cognition. It is for that reason that whenever you're in a traffic jam and there are people there, they're worried for their job, and their bosses have already told them that if they're late one or two or three more times, they're going to lose their job. For that reason, they're going to lose their marbles whenever they're in a traffic jam, because they know that if they don't make it to work on time, they're going to lose their job and their boss won't even forgive them. And so they'll get out of the car, they'll pick a fight with the guy in front of them because they see them as the reason for all of their problems. Or worse yet, they'll pull out a shotgun and blow the guy's head off. It's also what causes the traffic jams to persist anyhow, because what causes traffic jams, most of them, is by people making short-sighted decisions. Wanting to get over into a far lane, and to get over there, they have to pretty much make everybody stop as they're going over across several lanes to get into an off-ramp. And because all those people stopped, the people behind them stopped, and it creates this feedback that eventually turns into a traffic jam. And the only way it gets resolved is by people completely stopping, then the people in front leading off, and eventually it relieves itself. But it's from people making quick, unpredictable decisions while in traffic. And it just bugs me knowing that people can't see these things, that and it makes the news, all this stuff makes the news, and